So we're going to do some chakra clearing today and then attuning to the highest aspect of each part of our different energy centers. I know that last week we worked with Isis and with Thoth and worked with all of our life lessons. And this week we were supposed to shift into receiving these gifts from Isis, but changing plans from spirit, and that happens sometimes. So we're going to be doing this today. We've got new moon energy yesterday in Taurus, and this feels like a better fit for what we need right now. And then energetically, we will pick up on that piece from last week and continue with that. And that will be a really special process. I'll make an announcement when we're planning to do that. Okay, tonight, if you are a member, so that means any membership from the $23 up to the $333 a month master group, there is a call tonight at 6 o'clock, and it is with Casey, and it is Q&A and coaching. Those calls are beautiful and very profound, so make sure you jump on, take advantage of that. If you're already not a member, we have all these different opportunities and places that you can do it. So all the way from free to just jumping on here and there when it works for you, to having an archive of all the information of all the years of all the activations, all the channelings, all the meditations in one place. And then having access for Q&A to ask me questions directly. To, if you're in different memberships, you can ask Raphael personal questions. You can have coaching with Casey. You can do the I Am membership, where every single morning you meet with me and with Casey, and we work with the I Am presence. That process for myself has been very profound and life-changing, because we're really attuning to the highest aspect of ourselves every morning and getting in a high vibration. And by doing that, it changes your whole day. And over time, it raises the frequency so much that your life begins to shift and change. It's very powerful and profound. And at the end of those calls, I'm like, hey, does anybody have a question, anything they want to ask me? And you get to come on directly with me and with Casey, depending on who's on in the morning, and ask us stuff. So it's a personal and profound group. It's much more intimate. And if you feel called to be a part of that community, then go to the membership when you get the replay or when you got this link, and see which fits you: the Starseed, the Lightworker, the I Am Met thing, which is every single morning. The Ascended Master group is totally full, but openings will come up eventually in that too. Okay, so that's that stuff. And anything else that I wanted to mention or announce today? I don't think so. Next Sunday is Mother's Day, and I was trying so hard to fit this in, and then I thought, you know what? It's Mother's Day, and I'm also a mom, and I'm taking the day off. So I will not be here next Sunday. I'm going to be with my family, even though both my kids are out of the country right now. My siblings and their kids and stuff are coming over, and I'm hosting it at my home. And so the old me would have like cleaned up and got everything set, and then jumped on this call and jumped off and been stressed. And I was like, you know what? I teach you guys about self-care and self-love, so I'm going to do the same. So I will not be with you next week. And I hope for all of those mothers out there, you enjoy yourself. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to bring in Raphael, and we're going to see what comes up. We're going to tune to our chakras. So what we're doing today is we're going in to the different energy centers, and you're going to connect with if there is anyone who is pulling on you, who's draining you, who is connected to your energy center, to your chakra, and if there are unhealthy connections there. And then what Archangel Michael is going to come in and support you in severing those toxic cords wherever they may be. And those can be in people that you love and adore, not just necessarily those who you don't get along with. We can have codependent relationships, entangled relationships with people that we really care about. I want you to know that by severing and clearing these cords does not mean you're severing this relationship in any way. You're just cleaning it up so that it can be stronger and healthy. The only place that you would not want to cut an emotional cord in the body would be to a child, a young child, especially a newborn, a toddler, elementary school child, even, pretty much a child, even into the teens. You want to keep that cord there because you have contracts and agreements with them. But once they are, over 18 and self-sufficient, those cords as well can be cleared. Doesn't mean you're severing your relationship in any way with your children. You're just getting healthier. All right, so hopefully that's helpful. And let's get started. Excuse me, a little cough today. Oh, the microphone. I'm going to turn off the mic while I tone. I'll be right back.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Oh,
Hello.
whenever we arrive, we always say to all of you that we are delighted to be here with you and that we love and adore you. And perhaps we need a new opening communication for it is getting a little old, but we want you to know that it is very genuine, that we are delighted to be here from the angelic realm, that it is our job as messengers of light to be here and to love you and to serve you and to share with you our knowledge and our wisdom and our unconditional love. We want to remind you, for those of you who perhaps are feeling alone, to remember that you are never alone, and that we from the angelic realm, the beings of light, the ascended masters, your star sisters and brothers, are here with you always, including those perhaps who you have loved and adored who are no longer in the physical body. For it is that we love you, we see you, and we are present with you as you go through this magnificent and beautiful journey. And we want to also remind you of the importance of laughter and lighting up and enjoying yourself and exploring and having adventure and seeing the beauty in all things, even those things right now that may be hard, for they are temporary and they too shall pass. And even if the passing of whatever it is the letting go and the releasing of something that you love, or the shifting and the transmuting of energy that is no longer a part of who you are, or a great change that in this now moment appears or seems to be hard. We want you to know that in the scheme of all things, in the impermanence of life itself, that there is beauty in gifts and treasures to be found, in a willingness to find them and to look for them, to embrace them and to enjoy. It is that we are very aware that you are attuning to the vibration of Isis and Thoth as you traveled into the great temples, and attuned to things around your lifetime and the personal things in which have brought you to where it is that you are now, wanting and ready to be receiving of gifts from Isis. And yet we can see that there is within those beings that have been listening to us and hear that there are some unfinished business, should we say, and some preparatory work that still needs to be done before dropping into the receiving of these magnificent gifts. And so today we are wanting you to attune to different aspects of your different chakras and to see if there is anything that appears, meaning that as we are dropping into the activation in the presence of your willingness to be here and now, in the stillness and the closing of the eyes with the breath, you will begin to attune and see if there is an appearance of anything that is pulling on a particular system Something may appear that you are not expecting, and perhaps that which you would expect to appear will not at all, or vice versa. It is that we want you to be open and willing, with innocent perception, to notice what might come up, and in the witnessing of it, to bring love to it, and with conscious intent and choice, the invitation of Archangel Michael, who is very here and present with his very large and wide wings, holding his sword of light, utilizing the vibration of cobalt blue and the energy of great protection, may come in and support you in the clearing and the severing of these cords, as you can reclaim back into self any energies that you either consciously or unconsciously have been giving to another, or that another on their own level, whether conscious or unconscious, have attached to you and been taking from you, and in an unawareness to you, in which it has been draining your energy. This is very important and powerful, and something that you should be doing regularly, just as you would take care of any other part of self. In doing so, it is simple, it is not needing to be complicated, and we are here to support you and to clear it with you and for you. But your active participation in order for the clearing to occur is important, because there may be cords that have been attached to you for millenniums, for a very long time, for decades, and they may be strong like a big oak tree, that taking it down and pulling it out may take some effort, although it is that it can be severed. It is possible that because it is so familiar to you, that you will reclaim it or reconnect it. And so in the process, if you are moving through the different chakras, if something appears that feels very, very strong, we will clear it today, but we will ask you to re-listen to this, or to do it on your own, however you are wanting, and to continue to clear it for 7 days. And that will bring it to a full completion. Most of you will not need to do that. Most of you will be able to clear it right here and now. But if it feels a bit overwhelming or very large in your energetic field, just a continuing process of it to redirect the energy so that it is clear on the intent of where you want it to be flowing, and allowing that to be severed regularly for 7 days will support it in its full and absolute completion. We are recognizing that due to the body in which we are speaking through today, and other things she has going on, we have limited linear time. And so we're going to focus on the 7 main chakras today. We're not going to go into the Earth star, up into the higher dimensions and the galactic star, but we will assist in clearing that for you instantaneously and victoriously from the presence of your I am, as you intend it to be. Once the clearing of the 7 basic chakras are cleared, we're going to ask you to step into a holographic field of each chakra, attuning to it and aligning with your I am that I am presence, as you are bathed in the perfection and the beauty of the flowering of that chakra in its complete form of divinity, in alignment with its highest purpose for you. In doing so, you will utilize your energy to step into it as you are standing on a disc, and we will begin to move it clockwise. As we move it clockwise, it will start to, of course, spin, and in the spinning of it, there will be a rising of light. As the light begins to rise, it will begin to become like a reflector that will show you a screen, almost like you would think of a projector projection or movie screen in your reality that will show you the potential and the beauty and the completeness of that center in it blossoming to its fullest, so that you may begin to completely integrate that. And then you will pull that disc or that spinning energy in and bring it all the way in to your center where it belongs. And you will then place your hand upon it so that it is sealed and closed and begins to activate. It is that your energy centers can be still, they can be blocked, they can even be moving counterclockwise. We're going to go in and assess today what is occurring for you in each center, and then you're going to attune to if something appears that needs to be severed. Then we're going to bring it to a place of stillness, begin then to spin it, stepping into the hologram of its energy, and then bringing it back into the chakra and sealing it. We're going to begin at the base and go to the crown. And so with that, we're asking you now to drop in by closing your eyes. You may sit up for this process or you may lay down. It is important that you are not distracted in any way. If you are looking at something or doing something else other than this, perhaps this isn't the moment to do this process. You can do it at another time. If you are able to be here and present for this now, we are delighted to do this today. Otherwise, you can listen to it again. And so with that, closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath. And as you are breathing, we are wanting you to open your heart. You may take your hands like this and just to actually open as if you're opening the heart, feeling the love and the radiance of light coming from your heart. And as you are opening your heart, begin to send love out in front of you as you are tuning and bringing to you the I am that I am presence. Feeling your I am that I am presence, bringing that energy in and receiving the love now from the I am that I am, that loves you completely and absolutely and unconditionally, that has no judgment or criticism in any way of you, but sees you in your perfect divinity of who it is that you are. Attuning with that energy and vibration, you may take your hand now and with your hand place it at the top of your head and begin to feel the energy at your crown. Attuning to that energy, just begin to move your hand down to the third eye, getting to feel the energy at your third eye, moving it down now to the throat, feeling the energy there. We know we're going quickly, but we have a purpose for this. Moving now to the heart, just feeling the energy at your heart, down to your solar plexus, feeling the energy there, into the sacral chakra, and down to the root. We're going to attune now to the vibration and the energy of the root center. It is at the root center, and its energy is very grounding. It is the energy that tethers and holds you here on earth. It is in relationship to you feeling safe. It is the energy of your ability to be present in the here and the now. Attuning to this energy, it has a very powerful effect on the physical form, on the healthiness of the body. Bring your hand now to your root and just feel its energy. And begin to ask and intend that if there is anything that is toxic, if there is anything that is draining you, if there is anyone who is sucking your energy, If there's anyone that you are entangled with, that in the quickening of this moment, they will appear. And as they appear, you may see them as an image, a name may come to mind, or a feeling. Out in front of you, they stand on a platform, attuning now to their energy. They may be an energy in which was attacking you where you did not feel safe. It may be an energy that has placed restrictions on you. It may be an energy that drains you so that you're tired. Once you have the vibration of whatever, who it is, and you will do one today. If there are multiple ones lining up, you can address it later, but attuning to the major energy that is pulling on your root center. Once you have that energy, I want you to connect with them. And in connecting with them, they are standing right in front of you. And as they stand in front of you, your feet line up across from one another. And your roots connect to each other. And not only does your root center connect, but so do all of the other energy centers, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And I want you to see a tube of light moving between you and them. Begin to attune to this light and notice it. And you may notice that in certain areas it is stronger or lighter. It may be flowing or stagnant. Beginning to feel this energy. And with that now, with your intent, we invite you to invite Archangel Michael to come to wherever it is that you are, to begin to feel his strength and his presence as he arrives with his light, his love, and his sword. And as he is coming in, you may notice that from your root to the root of this energy, that there is a cord, a tube moving between you, and it may be mucky, cloudy, muddy, goopy, or dark. I want you to notice it, and I want you to notice if that same energy is moving anywhere else, hooked in any place else. When an energy hooks in, it is like a plug, and the plug has tentacles like the roots of a tree, and it grabs onto you. Notice if this is happening anywhere else in the body. Bring your awareness to it. And with that now, begin to feel that Archangel Michael's energy come over to your left shoulder as he stands behind you. Begin to feel his energy and his presence. And as you begin to feel his energy, allow your hand to lift as he holds your hand by the wrist very gently. And together with your hand and his hand bound, as he holds his sword, he lifts it now high above, beyond where you can raise your hand. As you raise yours above your crown, and you take now the palm of your hand facing forward, and you quickly drop it down like a sword. severing all of those cords. Now, in the severing of those cords, there is a breaking up of the energy. And as it begins to break, it starts to move. Take your hand now and push back all of the energies back, giving it back now to the being that has connected to you. And with love and appreciation for this connection, I now hand it back to you, for it is no longer serving myself nor you. And in loving light, I give back to you your energy that you may reclaim it. With that, turning my hands to myself, I reclaim my own energy and power as I begin to attune to the different vibrations within my body, knowing that I am bringing in a new light that is powered with the emerald gray light of green from Archangel Raphael. With that, now taking your hand and placing it over your root center and feeling and pulsating it as you are placing the energy there and pulsating a beautiful emerald green light into your root center. In doing this, feel the energy going in as you are healing this wound that may feel a little raw from the pulling and the clearing of this energy. Pushing this light and sending it in, placing your hand there now to soothe it. We are coming into the root and we are sealing it 100% completely with a beautiful golden disc. As we seal it with this disc, the disc begins to spin. And as the disc begins to spin now, it expands. And as it expands, it is in front of you. We ask you to see this disc. It is spinning wide and made of metal of gold. It is radiant and beautiful. We ask you to go over now and to stand on this disc. And as you stand on it, this is your actual root chakra. Your root chakra is alive. It is in deep gratitude that you have severed this energy that has been pulling on it and draining it for so long. It comes up now to show you, like a movie, the beauty of its presence, the capacity that it has. Without this energy draining you any longer, your root has more vitality, more ability to express and to expand. And the capacity of your root allows you to feel grounded and here on earth. It brings the vibration of joy and playfulness, action and activity. It surrounds you in a light of protection and safety. It shows you that all of your needs are met, and it brings in the energy of vitality and health, vibrance, energy, a sense of vigorousness, a sense of feeling capable and able, of proactive, of taking action, of moving forward. This energy is here now. And it wants you to know that now that it is no longer being drained, that it is going to grow and expand in you, that you're going to have more energy, more vitality, a sense of safetyness, a sense of beauty. Tuning to that pull now, that beautiful golden disc toward you as it is spinning very quickly, bringing it into your root center, knowing now that the root is open, spinning clockwise, vital and strong, radiant and filled with light. If you're wanting to see it spinning in the deeper color of a red rose, you may. Feeling the quality of this energy, loving and accepting it, appreciating it, and knowing that it is whole. And now that that energy is moving and spinning completely, any energy of any kind from any being, of anyone that has been pulling or connected there, has now been released, for this center is fully activated, open, and filled with vitality. And as it begins to keep spinning and recalibrating itself to its full expression, bringing your hand now up to the sacral area, attuning to this energy. And with that now, and placing your hand in the quickening of a thought, I ask you, is there any being in your life or anyone that you know consciously or unconsciously in physical form or other form that has attached to your sacral area that is draining and pulling upon you? As an imagery or a name comes to mind, connect with that energy and send it love, knowing that it has been here and draining and connecting to you for whatever reason, that your vibration was a match to that, and that today in this now moment you choose it is no longer a match as you reclaim and take back your power. And with that, attuning to its energy, see it standing in front of you. As it stands in front of you, you will connect to it with all chakras other than the root, for that is spinning and unable for there to be any connection. But there may be a connection in the sacral or in any other one. Noticing that, you might see it moving between you. You might notice it is stronger or heavier in the crown or the third eye, in the throat or the heart, in the solar plexus or the sacral. Notice if it is of a dark color, if it is cookie or mucky, if it is stringy, what it looks like, if it is clogged or blocked, if its roots are attached to you or sucking on you. And in the noticing and the recognition of it, begin to know that Archangel Michael is here to assist. And with that now, taking your left hand and feeling the beauty and the love of Archangel Michael and his strength and power as he comes and stands behind you and to your left, as he grips your wrist gently, but with strength, conviction, and power, raise your hand above your head. And with that, in the quickness of a sword falling, break the cords between the top to where it is that you are, as the energy now taking your hand is sent back to this person. And in sending it back, you bless them, telling that them now they can take back their own energy, reclaim their own power to be the sovereign being that they are, standing in their sovereign truth. And you hand it to them with gratitude and love that they have received it and severed these ties from you in this now moment. With that, turning your hands to yourself, take the energy now and pull it back in, going down to the sacral area and pulling in your energy, holding it there as you feel my beautiful green emerald light moving into your sacral area as I am sending you healing and love, soothing this area where this has been pulled. Knowing now that you are reclaiming this energy, this vibration for your own. And with that, in front of you is a beautiful golden disc that is spinning. And it is spinning clockwise. And as you attune to it, I ask you to stand upon it. And in standing upon it now, it begins to form imagery of the sacral chakra energy, where gold begins to rain down upon you in abundance, that now you have so much more energy and vitality that you are able to receive abundance in all areas of your life. As you attune to this vibration, it brings you the gifts of sensuality and sexuality, to be comfortable in your body and to love another, to caress yourself and them in a place of deep intimacy, openness, and genuine love. letting go now of any energy there that had been pulling on you, knowing that it is severed now, that you are able to attune to the sensual aspect of yourself, loving and adoring your body in every way, from every blemish and every wrinkle and every roll, every imperfection, to see its beauty, to love it, and to accept yourself. In the reclaiming of this, of placing your hands there at the sacral plexus energy, you begin to feel my love coming in. Attuning to the hologram of this blooming for you, you may place within it a wish, anything you are wanting, around abundance, around love, around relationships, around sexuality, around creativity, around the birthing of something new. Bringing that energy now closer to you. You may even gather it with your hands, taking the solar disk and pulling it in now. And as you're pulling it in, it is spinning and spinning and spinning, and it is moving deep into the body and into the center as it is fully activated, blooming, magnificent, and beautiful in its divine perfection. And so it is. And as now the root and the sacral area are spinning with all of this light, fully activated to their fullest and complete capacity, bringing your hand now to your solar plexus. This is your center of your power. This is often the center in which has the most attachments to it, and where you may have tentacles out attached to others as well. Placing your hand there, attuned to the energy of power. Is there someone that comes to mind that may be pulling and taking your personal power, that may be controlling you, manipulating you, sucking from you? It may be strong or subtle or deceptive. Attuning to this energy, bringing now into your awareness the name or the energy of the being that may be, if any, attached to this area. And in the willingness now to know that this is no longer serving you nor them, you may begin to connect to them, noticing the tube of energy moving between you and them, and between the other energy centers above, from the heart to the throat to the third eye or the crown. Connecting now all that energy flowing between you and them, and noticing the quality of the energy. Is it stagnant? Is it dark? Is it mucky? Is it entangled? Is it twisted? Is it enmeshed? Noticing it, recognizing that it was there for a purpose and had something to share with you, that you are choosing now in this now moment that it is not in the same vibrational match with you, that you are wanting to reclaim your power, to stand in your power, to know you are powerful, to be powerful, to act from a place of power and purpose. And with that, begin to attune to the vibration of Archangel Michael. As you feel him coming in, he is so strong. Do you feel his radiant light and his cobalt blue robe, the strength in his arms, and the intensity of his love? Raise your hand, your left hand, as you feel him grip your wrist gently, but with strength and courage as he takes his sword. Rise and raise your hand above your head. In the quickening of that, drop the sword and cut the cords between you and whatever energy attuned to you, releasing and letting go, taking your hands now and pushing and handing back with gentleness but firmness all of their energy, giving it back to them, that they may reclaim it for themselves, that you no longer in this now moment are attaching in this particular way, as they may become their own sovereign beings, finding their energy source somewhere else, noticing that their power comes from within them. taking your hands, turning them to you, and now bringing the energy into your solar plexus like a golden light, bringing it closer and moving it into the solar plexus, reclaiming your power with the statement in the presence and the knowing and the now that I am powerful. I am worthy. I am on purpose. I am the perfect expression and the vibration of my highest self. And so it is as I reclaim my power, to stand in my power, to know my power, to be true and free and sovereign in my own way. And with that, in the reclaiming of that, feel my beautiful green emerald ray coming down from above and in and through you as I pour healing light into your solar plexus. With that, keeping your hand there to soothe this open wound as we've just torn away perhaps something that has been there for a long time, bringing this healing in now and knowing that you are powerful, that you stand in your truth, that you reclaim your strength, that you are aligned with your own purpose, that you are independent and strong, that you are capable. And with that now, know that this energy is beautiful and healed. Begin to notice this golden disc coming before you as it is there spinning rapidly around. And as you move toward the golden disc and begin to stand upon it, stand in the position of a warrior in a stance of strength with your legs spread apart and your hands on your hips. As you stand there and you know and you remember the strength of who you are, I am powerful. I am expressing my divine purpose and I am capable of any and everything, for I am powerful. And in this now moment, I reclaim my power. I own my power. I am my power. And in the bringing of that, take that beautiful disc that is spinning rapidly and pull it in to the solar plexus where it is embedded there. Knowing now that the root and the sacral and the solar plexus are spinning rapidly clockwise with golden light, that they are healed and activated and divine in their perfection. And with that now, begin to attune to the vibration of your heart. Noticing your heart, the vulnerability of the heart that may have been broken or hurt, the heart that may feel separation, abandonment, or grief. In the feeling and the tuning and the connection to the heart, is there someone pulling on your heartstrings? Someone pulling at you, making you feel guilty or ashamed, making you feel that you are unworthy, or taking from you, that needs your assistance all the time, depleting and draining your energy, who perhaps may be needy, or perhaps you are doing that to another. Attuning to this and noticing it with the qualities we have just mentioned, lifting your hand, ask if there is any energy or vibration that may be doing this in this now moment. And if there is, that name, the quality of their energy, a picture, an image of them may come to mind. Begin to attune to who they are and what they are. And with that, know that in this now moment, you are going to pull from your heart this energy. And in doing so, there is going to be a big release. You're going to feel like a plug that has been lifted from you. Knowing that your heart is there to express love for yourself and another without strings attached, without demands, without manipulation, without control, without circumstances beyond that of control, with a willingness to accept, adore, and love oneself as they are, with independence also of self, that you independently can be true to who you are and at the same time love another. Noticing and attuning to this energy and this vibration, whatever or whoever it may be, Begin to feel Archangel Michael's energy with you to your left, its light and its beauty as it is next to you. Begin to feel as he touches your arm again and he grips your wrist gently. Feel the beauty of his sword, and notice on his sword now that there is a rose that is there, that is blooming at the base of the sword, and that his sword has changed its shape and it looks a little different now, for it has softened. For as you come here and sever this, you're going to do it in a softer way, a way that is gentle. And as he lifts it, he comes down and it falls. And in the cutting of it, the energy moves, but very gently, as if strings are just flowing back to where they have returned. And with that, you take your hand and you send it back to those who have been pulling on your heartstrings. And you give it to them with gentleness and kindness and understanding and compassion. And with that, you take your hands and you take the vibration and the energy of compassion for yourself and you pull it in, saying that you love who you are. I love you. Bringing the vibration of compassion into your heart. Holding it there in your heart in the presence of this now moment, feeling the love for self, knowing that my beautiful green emerald ray is coming in to heal your heart, that this is a gentle and beautiful area that you need to have compassion for yourself and for others, that your heart is here to see the beauty and the divinity in everyone, to be open and vulnerable and willing to feel, even if the feeling sometimes hurts, that you drop the hardness around the heart, the protection around the heart, and that you allow it to be there, to be seen, to be loved, to be felt. Holding compassion now for your heart, with your hands upon it, begin to notice in front of you is this beautiful spinning disc of golden light, but it is different than all the other discs. You see, it is blooming like a flower, like a beautiful rose. The rose is a symbol of love, and the heart is the gateway and the portal to the I am that I am presence, that is the highest divine aspect of self. It is the portal into other dimensions, into love and compassion. And it is through the willingness and the vulnerability and the openness to really, truly allow another in, to really, truly love another and to love self, that the healing occurs. And so see yourself standing on that disc, open-hearted and willing to love self, willing to let another in, and willing to love another. The merging of yourself with yourself in divine love and with those in which you love, with compassion, understanding, and empathy. Reclaim now your love. Reclaim now your sovereignty to be love and to open your heart and to have released completely and fully the shield of protection around your heart, that you no longer need it because you have already reclaimed your power, because you are strong. And with that now, pulling in that disc and that beautiful blooming flower into your heart, knowing now that that energy is open and activated from the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart. Feel the energy moving and spinning in all of those areas, vital and vibrant and blooming with love. And now we're going to attune and move up to the throat, connecting with the throat. Often there is energy here, and this will be much clearer and stronger for anyone in which you feel you cannot share your true expression with. You cannot say how you are really feeling, or you are inhibited, or feel you must be quiet, or are shut down, or seen to be invisible. a place perhaps where you scream or yell or express too much or out of balance or gossip. Anything in this area is an entangled vibration and energy connected to another that is not in alignment with the purest expression of self, whether it be stifled or overexpanded. There may be a hook or a connection that is hicking you or connecting here, like a root, and it may look dark or black or mucky or mooky. Notice it and follow its string. Where does it lead to who? Maybe one or multiple beings here. Wherever it is and whoever it is that you are connected to energetically with this toxic cord through communication between you and them and you. Attuning to this cord now, begin to feel Archangel Michael as he's here present with his light and love and beauty. Begin to raise your hand as now you are familiar as he grips and holds it, holding his light. As you lift him above your head, and you don't have to go far, as you drop it right to the throat, clearing and cutting, taking your hand, feeling the energy, pushing it back to them, giving it back to them, that they now may reclaim their ability to speak their truth, to honor who they are, and to share with their expression in a beautiful way, whatever they need to share with you. And with that, the same as you take your hands and pull it back in, that you are reclaiming your ability to speak your truth, to honor your knowing, to be in integrity with your word, to use your words for that of creation, beauty, and divine energy. That you have released the vibration of gossiping, of complaining, of energy that is not in alignment with the beauty of the throat, of communication in its purest form. And with that now, taking your hand, you may want to smooth the throat, feeling the energy of my beautiful green emerald ray light moving now into the throat. And as it moves in, it is clearing and softening this area. As I am hovering there and placing golden light, begin to see the disc in front of you as it is spinning. And as it spins, notice that in the full expression now of this center, that you may speak your truth, that you may know your truth, that you may express your emotions and your feelings without hesitation, that you may be seen and heard, listened to and understood, that in the full expression of that, it aligns with your power center. And so it is. Noticing that, bringing the energy of that beautiful golden spinning disc into your throat, noticing now that it is healed, that you are ready and willing to be true to your word, to yourself, and the attuning of that now. Know now that the throat and the heart and the solar plexus and the sacral and the root are all spinning and active and clear, and that all ties have been severed. Tuning now to the third eye. Less likely to have too many attachments here, but there may be a tuning to the third eye and the tapping of it, knowing that this is your place and your space to see beyond the veil, to have clarity and vision, to be able to look forward in your thinking and understanding, and to see beyond the illusion of this dimension into higher realms. If there is anything that is blocking that or attached to it or shutting it down or told you that it is not safe, this could be an institution, a thinking, a religion, a way of being, could be beings from another realm, could be old karmic lifetimes, or it could be parents, siblings, friends, or relatives that shut down the idea of looking beyond this world into higher aspects. There's anything attached there that you are allowing to be attached, tuning to that energy, to whoever and whatever it may be in any form, beginning to notice it, And with the quickening of that, feeling Archangel Michael's energy coming in. And with that, raising your hand and feeling him as it grips yours, going above the head and quickly knocking that down and pushing it back to wherever it came with one hand or two, sending that energy back as it is, turning your hands toward you and reclaiming and bringing it into the third eye. And as you hold the hand on the third eye, holding both, holding them there, feeling that energy, I'm coming with my emerald green ray of light moving into your third eye, and I'm beginning to spin it very rapidly and quickly as I am expanding it, taking the golden disc and simply moving it quickly there, utilizing the vibration, the energy of the infinity signs, opening and expanding the pineal gland, activating it so that you may begin to see with clarity and vision, that your intuitive understanding and knowing is something that you allow to guide you, you listen to, and are able to discern between that and the ego mind. With that expanding and fully, completely and activating that in this now moment, Metatron comes in with the full activation of the pineal gland, stepping it in as you begin to tap here on the third eye, noting that this particular chakra is clearing and moving in a rapid pace, and it is healed and open and ready for exploration as you may begin to feel its intuitive awareness and know that it is open and activated. And with that now, tune into your crown. There is nothing that can attach to your crown that is in a physical body. You can only be attached to the star systems and star planets, higher dimensions, and the highest aspect of self. Instead of clearing or cutting that now, we're just going to go in and maybe clean it up a bit. Placing your hand above the crown right here, just feeling its energy. We're just going to go in and begin to expand it and feel it begin to open and grow and begin to blossom like a beautiful lotus flower that is completely and absolutely blooming. And in its beautiful bloom, an energy of beautiful light that is violet is rising from your crown up high above you, and it continues to rise and rise, and it moves out of the atmosphere of the earth into the night sky, and beyond that through the infinity sign of the great central sun portal to source. And it is a beautiful tube of light shimmering in the violet color that is radiating energy like a fountain. It is moving from your crown all the way to the I am that I am presence, to the presence of source and love itself, connecting you with that light and with that source energy. And as you feel that moving up, and as it is received by the I am that I am, and it is received beyond that into source God light itself, that energy sends love and pours it down as it radiates down through your crown, into your third eye, through your throat, into your heart, into your solar plexus, sacral and root, down beneath you and into the ground, through the core of the earth, as it is anchored there in its base, rooting your Earth star and the galactic star, knowing now that all systems are online, all systems are activated, all systems are spinning, all systems are clear, that you have released and let go of any cords, that they are not attached any longer to you. You are reclaimed and have reclaimed all of your energy. You are standing in your strength, your sovereignty, your freedom, and your power, that you are a divine being of love, and so it is. How perfect is that? Fabulous. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming on and clearing your chakras. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for all the donations. Please be a member and join our community. Enjoy your weekend. I love you. And I am going to unmute and then say goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank
Kelly.
you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Kelly.
you so much.
Thank you, Kelly. Love you, love you, love you, Kelly.
Yes,
That was
Kelly.
insane.
Thank you,
Kelly.
Kelly. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Love,
Thank
love.
you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Love you so much.
Thank you.
So
So
good.
beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Raphael.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you, Kelly. That was beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I am new. I
Thank
am
Love
you.
you.
whole. I am divine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Love you. Love you
Love
guys.
you
you. Thank
all.
you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Grazie. Grazie.
Big hugs.
Thank you, Kelly.
Love
Love you, Kelly.
Thank you for holding space, Kelly.
I don't know who
Love,
that
love,
was.
love to
Love,
everyone.
love,
Love,
love
love.
to everyone. All
Bye.
right. Bye, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Love,
you.
love, love.
Ciao for now.